welcome. I'm over here. Hello. I'm here. Okay,
Hello.
cool. Welcome to Tales of Misadventure. We play one-shot in short-form style tabletop games of all types. If you would like to catch up on the other things that we've done and do, head over to Tales of Initiative's YouTube page and check out Tales of Misadventure. We've got lots of cool little stories that are amazing. I might be biased. Alexi, I believe, has some words about our loving and beautiful sponsors.
I do. So, before we get too far, there are some awesome creators out there who are supporting us, and we love to support them. Included are Day 20, Level 1 Gaming, Emberwin, TA Max, and For Anyone Dice, all of which you can find a secret code for % off your order in our overlay scroll. So, Day 20 just updated their Ko-Fi store to include a 15% off coupon for your order if you use the code TOI. You can get the D&D 5e modules and additions like the Court of Seasons, Terrazul, and the Astral Tinker class. All easily readable and easily scalable for your party's level, so you go look at them up.
Yeah, we love to support our Matt and his Day 20. It's amazing. Content. Good shit. Also, our own merch store is live, so go ahead and meander over there if you would like to and check out some of the stuff that's out there. I mean, you might need a new mug. I always need new mugs. Ruben, how is Storyfinders doing?
Storyfinders is doing amazingly. We actually are gearing up to have a DM meeting very soon, and you should see my name up on the board next week, most likely. But also on other days that we are doing Storyfinders, you may see me as a player, Raz as well. So yeah, come join all the crazy shenanigans in the Storyfinders Guild and mess with some portals with us.
Yes, mess with portals, subvert the entire meaning of the guild that we're a part of. It's just,
Yep.
yeah, it's all good. Keep kobold pets, it's fun time.
We're working on it.
We're one step there. I just need to bust him out of jail.
Yep.
Our general schedule of shows, if you would like to catch up on other shenanigans that Tales of Initiative gets up to, is on Wednesdays. We have Tales of Vengalia, Sunset Over Vengalia. My bad. I don't know why I did that. I have ADHD. And that is run by Dustin, and he's an amazing storyteller, and the whole group is honestly great, and you should go and watch it. It's fantastic. On Thursdays, we usually have
show.
Phenomenal show.
That's like a quote for the poster.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Just in big, comic book,
yes.
POW kind of lettering.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Big pointed speech bubble.
Yeah.
Yellows, reds, oranges. Awesome. I love it. Yes. Thursday is Tales Does Tales. That's probably what happened, was I mixed the two up in my brain and created one out of both. But that one is more of a tentacle-y sort of situation. Lovely Cthulhu horror D&D play through Tales of the Yawning Portal. Matt is currently on hiatus, but is coming back very soon, so maybe we'll get some answers to our burning questions. I would love them. I would love answers. I would love them. And on Friday, we have Total Party Chaos and their new arc, which is really fun because you also get to kind of fuck with them and redeem channel points to do cool things in the show, and it's awesome. Kind of gets chat involved. I believe that is all, unless anybody else has anything to throw out there. So, for today's adventure, we are playing Monsterhearts, one of our favorite systems. It's just really fun and angsty and teenagery, and it's just great to be angsty young people again. Most of us are not as young, but we're still angsty, so it's all good.
Yeah.
This is season 2 of Whistlethicket University. If you would like to see season 1, go and check it out on Tales of Initiative's YouTube page. It's pretty great. It ends in an orgy. I'm just saying. Very, very, very quickly. It really does. Like, it's just, I don't know. Is a foursome an orgy? I don't know what constitutes. I don't know what constitutes.
An
it.
orgy is 5 or more people.
Yeah,
Five or more. So, like,
Oh.
what's a 4 people?
Well, Shadow was there, so
Exactly,
This is
it's
true.
5.
This is true. Yeah, there's 5.
Oh my god.
All of
And
your
then
I think 4
maybe
people
that
is just a
maybe that
foursome.
monster. Yeah, maybe that
Yeah.
monster that
right,
I
the
released.
monster, like that's
Yeah.
6 people. So
That's 6.
We
yeah.
all kissed.
yes,
We all kissed on the
We
lips.
waterboarded each other.
on the lips.
Yeah.
It was
We did.
so scandalous. Yes, very, very quickly, as you might have gleaned from our little description of our last season of Whistlethicket, Monsterhearts is a Powered by the Apocalypse game. The main stats are literally hot, cold, volatile, and dark. So all angst, all shutting people down, and all turning people on. Just a gaggle of hormones. There are 2d6 that you roll. Kind of tells you whether you succeed or not and how bad your not success is. And your playbook generally gives you moves and stuff that use those so that you can kind of like go around the world and fuck shit up in your own angsty way. Yes. Everybody here has talked a lot about lines and triggers and stuff like that. So when you see trauma on this show, it is generally consented to. Everybody here knows that if they're uncomfortable with anything, I will stop it at any time as long as somebody tells me. So just a PSA, please, before you play angsty dark games that play with people's emotions, do have a talk about consent and what people's triggers might be. Just a thought. Just a thought. Just, thinking. If we're ready to begin, would my pop culture reference minions like to introduce themselves and who they are playing? Starting at the bottom of the screen with Ruben.
Oh my goodness. Hi, my name is Ruben. I am playing Ash Modo, or as Soren likes to call me, Asho-Lee. I am playing a combination of the Infernal and the Devil playbooks. And I am just kind of like a chill dude coming to his own and becoming something else.
Something dark, something complicated, something angsty.
Yeah.
Madeline.
Hello, I'm Madeline, and I play Charlotte Newberry, who is the queen. She has the queen playbook, and I actually took a move from the devil playbook. So Ash and I share that. Yeah, she's beautiful and she's awful. If you've seen Gossip Girl, she has pulled a lot of inspiration from that.
Yes, so good. And Danny.
Hey, I'm Danny. I am playing Daphne LaRue, who is the chosen one who very much does not want to be the chosen one, and might be turning on the chosen order. Who knows?
Ooh.
I'm just that hot.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. Daphne is very much like Buffy. Basically Buffy, but I've changed it.
But Gabe.
I need to
More
know.
like Faith, maybe. More like Faith.
Who am I in relation of Buffy? I need to know.
Uh-oh.
Cordelia or
Cordelia.
Spike? Oh, Cordelia, okay.
Maybe Spike. You could be Spike.
All my fan fiction has come true. God damn
Yes.
it.
You're Spike Delia.
I wanted Cordelia and Buffy to get together so badly. It's fine.
Bro, they should have, honestly.
Yeah,
They could have,
For real.
like, hooked up at some point. I mean, honestly.
they could have.
Exactly.
it's just-
exactly.
It was the
You know.
90s, though. They could only have one lesbian couple.
Exactly.
C'est
Only
très
one.
tragique. C'est tragique.
And they had to make it really, really complicated and like
Yeah.
a little like
And someone
And
had
tragic.
to die.
Still
Yeah.
bullshit.
no
By stray
bullshit.
bullet.
Yeah.
Losers. Alexi!
Sorry.
You're good.
Hi, I am Alexi, and I play Soren Leslie, who is a girl that is blind. But the thing is that she has a demon that's connected to her and basically allows her to see through his eyes. She plays the Infernal playbook with a move from the ghost because kind of died. So yeah. She is completely nerdy and is in love with the stars, so hopefully we get to see something of that sort soon. So
Okie. And with that, a roll intro.
Mean
Mine too.
lesbian is the character that's always my favorite. Like Quinn Fabray, Weiss, she like always. If there's a
Yeah.
mean lesbian, I
Weiss.
Problematic.
oh we're back. Sorry.
Always.
No, you're good. We're talking about mean lesbians. It's important.
Yes,
We're talking
it's-
about Buffy.
Problematic but hot. I mean, just saying.
True.
So
They usually change and become amazing people through the power of friendship and gay love. So it's fine.
Yeah.
gay love helps everybody.
Yes.
Love is life. Yeah. So last time on Whistlethicket University, a group of angsty queer college students with demons wasn't entirely sure how to process what happened at Whistlethicket Manor. The obvious response was to drift a little apart and act incredibly awkward around each other. Ash and Soren were a little unsure how to talk to each other after finding out some dark secrets, and had an awkward sandwich making, not a euphemism, moment in the kitchen. Somehow, Ash managed to equally offend Soren and also get her out of the apartment for a bit. It works. Daphne and Charlotte, uncertain how to handle the odd and somewhat combative connection, have avoided each other intensely until awkwardly being in the same coffee shop at the same time, waiting on their drinks together. There was a maybe date proposition. It sounded like one, but who knows like whose idea it really is. Honestly, how do you flirt with girls anyway? Accepting suggestions in the chat now. Go. Then there was
On the lips.
on the lips.
On the lips.
No, that's too scary.
Ah! Then there was the new girl, Clarissa. Somehow already incredibly popular, having only been on campus a short amount of time. Is she a fae creature? Is she a vampire? Does she have some nefarious plan at this party she's inviting everybody to? More importantly, will Charlotte be able to oust her and maintain status as the queen of Whistlethicket University? All important questions. We'll find out as we fade back in on a very flustered post-mouth kiss. Daphne and Charlotte headed to the party in Charlotte's fancy ride. And please, I would like to note that we did decide a long time ago that a good dose of kissing does qualify as sex in these angsty gay panic times. So, Charlotte, what is your sex move, Reed?
I'm so happy you asked me, Raz. This is one. So you Daphne has gained the condition, one of them. While the condition remains, she counts as part of my gang.
Yes. Good job, Daphne. You're a part of a gang now. You're a member of the
Oh,
hive.
boy.
Incredible. All right.
You're a member of the hive.
I
That happened.
And
I'll process that later.
That's- that's valid. How did you become part of the plastics?
I kissed the leader.
And you were like so resistant to it, and like, oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, totally resistant.
So-
I totally fought.
So
back.
resistant. Yeah, like
didn't-
just absolutely
didn't-
just the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
Gay panic. Drop your panic. Drop your panic in the chat. We have a new panic button. It's wonderful. It's rainbow.
Woo, I
Please
love it.
post it. Daphne, what does your sex move read?
When you have sex, heal all of your wounds and cure all of your conditions. If they disgust you, give them a string. If you disgust yourself, give them a string.
So, I think that because the two things happened at the same time, you don't get to get rid of the one of
condition.
them
Yeah.
condition.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's fine.
personally, it feels like a pre-existing conditions kind of thing, like health insurance in America. Like if it's
Oh,
if it's a
no.
pre-existing condition, like it doesn't count, stuff like that. But the opposite,
Yeah.
it doesn't count if it's a current condition. You're sick right now.
that's-
This insurance will not cover you.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it was neither, but it looks like I give them a string either way. So Charlotte, take a string.
There you go.
Yay. Another one for the collection.
The collection. I really should have put a string tracker up here so everybody could see exactly how many strings you have. That are not being used because you're all just too polite as players. Yeah, so now that we have adjudicated that, blah, 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 blah. Similarly, but very differently, Thorin and Ash sit in the back of Chad's Food Jobber Lifter Doodad car. Is there anything you would like to do or say during this painstakingly awkward, maybe 5 to 10 minute drive as time ooches by ever slowly?
I'm going to so we're on our way to like a party, right? So I'm gonna look at what Soren is wearing.
What is Soren wearing?
She's wearing skinny jeans, a really funky t-shirt that does not match the skinny jeans. And her hair is very, very, very sloppy. Like she hasn't brushed it in a very long time.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like poke Chad and be like, hey, let's stop over at this boutique really quick.
Fine. We have a beauty montage.
At least get her, like something nice to like at least put on over her t-shirt.
A big
if
trench
not-
coat.
Full on trench coat. No, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Heck, a jean jacket, like what you're wearing.
Exactly.
Something nice.
Gee, thanks.
Uh,
Yeah.
Chad, no problem, bruh. And goes to turn over into the like main kind of square of the downtown area where all the shops are. They're gonna close very soon because this is a small college town and all of the shopping just inexplicably closes early for some reason. All the time. Every day.
Everything closes at 6.
I know, it's
Everything.
stupid. It's the worst. Like, doesn't make any sense. I would do most of my shopping drunk after being on Bar Street if it was an option.
Valid.
Yeah, so pulls up a little bit. Just, there you go, broski.
Yeah, we'll be right back. And I just kind of like
What?
shove Soren out of the car a little bit.
Soren?
Okay, Jesus, what?
let's
Where?
let's go do something. Just really quick.
Why? Just
Uh,
why?
I like you're really cool, and I want people to see that.
Is that a
With me and
hot
you?
roll? That sounds like a hot roll to me.
Sure.
Sounds like a turning somebody on roll.
Let's see. That is 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. 7, 9. That's 9.
We can count. We can't read,
Yeah.
but we can
We
sometimes
can't read,
count.
but we can sometimes count.
Sometimes. Canon. So that is a mixed good,
Mhm.
and Soren can either give Ash a string or choose one of the reactions below. I give myself to you, promise something I think you want, or get embarrassed and act awkward. I feel like I know where this is going, but I digress.
Yep. Get embarrassed, act very awkward.
There you go. Please do.
Yep.
Just right in front of us all, get
Hey.
embarrassed.
Okay, great. Just gonna kind of turn and walk towards the wall.
And
It's a can't
it,
see.
yeah, as I see you just kind of just like beelining, I do my best to just kind of like guide you. Like are you like kind of like walking quickly or no?
Very, 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 like almost stumbling.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely like dart forward and just kind of like guide you by the waist because it's the easiest thing to grab, like towards
Yeah,
the door.
okay.
I love it. Very
Okay.
cute.
Yeah.
It's like
Um,
it's a little
Okay.
almost
Yeah.
practiced and familiar. I'm just throwing it out there because I mean you guys have been together like forever. Not together
Yeah,
together.
since
God
like
forbid.
grade school. Been best
Yeah.
friends since grade school.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like the move is practiced.
And yeah, I lead you into the boutique, and um I'm just like, do you want to keep that shirt? Like I can get you another one, and like a jacket or something. I know you get cold a lot.
Yeah. Right. Jacket. I mean, my voice is going crazy right now. I have some jackets back at home. I could just easily.
Yeah, but we're out already, and honestly, like I haven't been around to do laundry, and I don't know if you did.
I'm gonna kind of like lean my head towards like my shirt and kind of smell it really quick.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst of the pile. It's not the worst.
Okay.
Just a little musty, but like not like bad, not like onions musty. Like just a little like maybe you wear it one of the days out of many of the days musty.
Okay. Fair point. But you're doing this thing where you try to buy my favor and it's working. I want you to.
I love it. Yes. This boutique is very kitschy. It's got two kind of like stuck out glass panel like kind of like bay windowy type displays out front. One side is all Whistlethicket University gear, like oh my god, go goats, goat team, goat house, hell yeah, like that shit. And the other side is like almost fashionable fashion wear. Like some of the things are pretty cute, but other of the things is like it's like a bedazzled jean jacket with like slightly too many gems, and it's just a little, I don't know, just slightly not right. But you walk in, the people are very excited. Like, hi, welcome in. Is there anything I can help you with? Like this little kind of like middle-aged woman, messy bun up top, glasses, folds her hands together.
Yeah, you got a beanie?
Over in the hat section, or over in the school pride section, there might be a couple of Whistlethicket University beanies. Sure.
Oh, great. I'm just gonna turn one direction and walk.
Sorry, this one.
Oh, right. Thank you.
No problem. Let me know if there's anything else.
looking for a nice shirt to go with these pants, and maybe like a jean jacket or something.
Well, our men's section is a little bit small, but it's over there. It's
no,
on
for
the
her.
opposite side of the women's section.
Yeah, for her, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Of course. My bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Just right down that way.
Yep. And so I just take her over.
There's like maybe 2 racks of clothing that is not weirdly just not quite fashionable or bedazzled with go goats, you know.
And of course, because I am reckless and terrible, I am going to re-invoke strings attached to just reach into one of the racks and pull out just the perfect thing.
Oh, I love it. Just out of nowhere. I'm just saying also there's a little bit of a growl that happens in the back of your head. And you can feel like a kind of frenetic energy at your fingertips. But you do, you pull out what looks like just honestly the most Soren thing you could imagine that also looks nice, which I will allow Soren to describe.
Mhm.
What does Ash pull out of this clothing rack?
So he pulls out this very tight-fitting tank top that shows off her tattoos in the greatest way, and also pulls out this dark kind of torn jean jacket that goes along with it, and it weirdly enough says Soren on the back.
Oh, so strange. But it does. It says Soren on the back. It's just perfect.
Yeah, I think this is the one, Soren. Here you go. And I lead her over to the changing rooms so that she can change.
Wow, trying to nope, I'm shutting up and I'm just gonna go change.
It's easy enough to do. Shadow does help you out with this. Because, I mean, he might be a douchebag, but he's not that big of a douchebag.
Shadow wants to look good too.
He lets you see, you know, in order to pull on your jacket and change your shirt, lets you see the outfit so that you can like really admire it.
Weird.
In the back of your head, how
Okay.
did he find one that says Soren on the back? Like it's a very unique name.
It was supposed to say soaring, but it was a misprint.
I'm going to kind of like raise an eyebrow in my reflection and just say, "You want to find out?"
I mean, I'm all for finding out. And like in your reflection, you kind of have that moment where you can see both Ash and you kind of like sifted over each other in the reflection. You can see the eyes behind the glasses just glow for a second.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to activate a move. I'm going to do uncanny voices.
Ew.
So
Please describe.
uh, it says you can give the dark power a string in order to realize a secret about someone you're talking to. The owner of the
Ew.
character will reveal at least one of their secret fears, secret desires, or secret strengths they choose.
I love it. Okay. All right. So, you give the dark power shadow a string, and you can kind of feel that weird kind of like doubling of nerves almost. Like you can feel that like he feels through the things that your fingers are touching. You know, he feels the fabric that drapes over your shoulders. Um, but Ash, a little dark kind of nudging
Mhm.
filters around your brain, and you're not entirely sure what it is. And you're used to kind of it being a dark, chaotic war in there.
Mess up there, yeah.
So, one of your secrets floats to the forward of your brain. What is it?
Um, so I'm gonna preface this with I have a devil power called Give to Get. If you supply someone with something they desire, physical or otherwise, gain a string on them.
So,
Can that apply or no?
I think not because you're not freely offering it.
Okay,
I
that's
think if you're going out of your way to offer the thing, or unexpectedly doing the thing,
fine.
um, then it would definitely apply. Like
Okay.
if new clothes was something that Soren wanted, that would
Mhm.
technically
That would count, right?
yes, that would technically count.
But I prompted that, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
So for the secret, um, I'm gonna go with secret strength,
Okay.
and my secret strength is that I have given over wholly to my demon, completely.
So what this kind of looks like is underneath the skin of Ash, like underneath Ash, who you've known practically your entire life. His face is just about as familiar as your own because you only saw your face recently as well, but at roughly the same time that you were able to see your face, you saw Ash's. So it's a very familiar face. But kind of like you can see shadow underneath your skin. There's just this moment where Shadow shows you the secret underneath Ashes. What does Asmodeus look like?
Um, his like the sclera of his eyes are completely black with these red pinpricks of light just gazing out, peering into your soul. He's taller than Ash. Um Hair long down like to his shoulder blades. Um just draped in linens as opposed to clothes. And just exudes like the allure of anything that you desire is present around him. He just has that feel. Um, just he a hot boy, you know?
Hot boy.
He a
Hot boy Asmodeus.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Yeah, like it kind of flickers into place and you can see it lying just under Ash's appearance. There's a weird moment where it almost feels like he looks directly into Shadow's eyes, which is like almost impossible. But Shadow doesn't get the sense that you were found out. Just like a weird moment where there's connection and then the connection dissipates. Well, I guess we found our answer.
And she's gonna like kind of step back towards the glass, just a tiny bit.
Yeah. That's kind of like my boss. Like, not to make it weird or anything.
Great, just fantastic.
It's a little weird that, you know, they would decide to inhabit like an awkward, edgy college boy. But that's fine. It's all good. Fine. We're good.
Yeah.
We're fine, Soren. It's all good. It's cool. It's cool.
You're freaking out. You're freaking out more than I am.
Maybe a little bit. Just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that, you know, he was there. But not like, you know.
Quite
Well,
so there.
I guess that Ash isn't there anymore, so
Well, I mean, even when I'm you, you're still there.
barely though. That's the thing.
No.
Okay.
The way
That's fine.
the way Asmodeus works, he kind of like he gets in there when it's a brand new soul, you know? It's kind of twined with the soul. So I think Ash might just have always had some Asmodeus. Which is weird, because that boy, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess I shouldn't be, you know, such a hypocrite. You know, do have you, but you know, I sort of, you know, need you. That's the thing.
Soren,
So, yeah.
you always have me.
And now it's getting awkward. Let's go.
I mean, it's like kind of like a daunting thing. Not really like, okay, sure, let's go. Weird.
I'm going to walk out, and I'm just not even going to look at Ash. Even though I can't really see him, I'm just not going to look at him.
You got your old shirt in one hand, your fly as fuck, rest of your clothes in the other. The lovely middle-aged woman kind of hopped over at the register. Will it be card or we do give a discount of like 15%. We call it goat credits. Go goats. So you will get 15% off of your order today. I will also let you know though that like because you're getting two things, you could absolutely get like a pair of goat sunglasses or other Goat's Pride apparel for like 50% off.
Yeah, cool. I take a quick like peek around, and I didn't send Soren in with a beanie, so I grab a goat's beanie.
Love it.
And I just pay for it. I just pay for it all.
Beautiful. It's a little overpriced.
I assume.
Like even with the discounts that you get, just
Yeah.
as it be, small businesses, but easy
Yeah.
enough. Pay for everything. Middle-aged woman kind of like reaches a little bit. I'm so sorry. But like reaches to touch Soren's shoulder. And grab the magnetic tag, the alarm that is attached to the jacket. And like, just, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. I don't want you to beep when you walk out the door or anything, Detaches it. You guys have a great night.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like looking Soren up and down, like just admiring her,
Awesome.
and I just slide the beanie over her hair.
Touching. Why is everybody touching? Seriously.
Yeah,
Touching.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
Let's get to
Just, like,
bed, yeah.
A little like zing of electricity that like runs across Soren's skin, kind of like makes your fingers jump back a little bit as Shadow just kind of like enforces that little like self barrier. He's
Yeah.
feeling nice today.
Oh.
I don't know.
I love him so much. He's amazing.
He's not always an asshole just because he's a demon. Demons can be good too sometimes.
That's what I love him so much.
And yeah, I just say, yeah, let's get to this party. Let's try to have a good time.
We will.
Oh, great.
It's been a while.
Yeah, totally not gonna sneak out and go back home.
Well, if you do, let me know so I can at least get you a ride back. Don't want you wandering the streets.
Don't worry. You won't need to worry about that. I'm just gonna walk out.
You hop back into Chad's Suvu, Javer, Lifter, Doodle, Thingamabob, whatever it is that he decides to call it. Probably like the Broski machine or something. We will screen flip as Charlotte and Daphne are pulling up to this fantastic apartment building. There is absolutely no parking outside. No beautiful front row parking, but this is definitely one of the most expensive apartments in downtown Whistlethicket.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very much only kind of the old money, younger crowd make their homes here. Very overpriced because it is still Whistlethicket, but it's very expensive.
I'm just thinking, like, she obviously doesn't have a job. How did she get this? That's what I'm thinking. She's obviously something.
Daphne's just thinking, I didn't know anybody who lived anywhere this fancy.
Yeah. I guess Charlotte goes, if you want, you can go inside and I'll look for somewhere to park.
I'll walk with you.
Oh. Okay, and I just start looking for a parking spot, and I'm just kind of thinking to myself, like, everything with Daphne now has faded, and everything about, like, Cassandra has just, like, come back. No, is it Cassandra or Clarissa? I feel
Clarissa.
so dumb. Thank you. It's
They're
one of those
very similar.
beautiful scenes. Yeah, everything with Clarissa is, like, coming back to the forefront of my mind. Is like, what's her deal? And probably, like, Daphne hears me say something, I'm like, what's her deal? Like, why does she look like that? Like, it's unsettling to look at her when you're, like, staring at eyes are, like, that brightly blue.
Clarissa?
She looks... Ugh, she looks weird.
Yeah, it's pretty sure it's a glamour. So you would definitely be able to see it more than, or realize it that it's there more than like normal human people.
But is anyone else not put off by it? I mean,
I am. I don't
well,
freaks
you're
me out a little
different,
bit.
so
That's fair. Yeah, I don't think normal humans would really notice. Like that's the point of the glamour.
I mean, when you make your glamour so attention-seeking, maybe it's a little bit different then.
I mean, it seems like she's doing it purpose for popularity or something.
It's not just popularity. When you don't just want to be popular. People who want to be popular, they will never be popular because, and I don't mean to be like a bitch when I say that, but it's just something that happens. You either are someone who's charismatic and influential, or you're someone who is desperate for that and can't exert your own power in your own life. So my question is, what is she? What does she gain from popularity? Because I doubt she's that charismatic and that interesting.
I think Daphne is like, looks like she's thinking really hard, but like inside it's like, did mean girls lie to me? Before like she comes back to the question. I mean, she's something. And what we know that she might be, she could have an ulterior motive for sure.
Yeah.
But she hasn't exactly given any indication what yet. Although she wanted this party, so we could, I don't know, villain monologue it. We'll find out.
Maybe. I don't know. Fuck, I can't drink tonight because I have to be the... Anyways, I have to look good tonight and be on top of it, and I can't drink. This is unfair. You know what? Park the car and go inside and figure out what her deal is.
Okay.
I need Charlotte to roll to keep her cool as she tries to parallel park in the middle of this, like, this anger that is just seething
Okay.
underneath her skin.
That's cold, right?
Yes, that is cold.
Okay. Oh my god, I lost my character sheet. Where did it go?
Oh no!
Oh my god. Okay, 1 second. Raz, what if I told you it just, there it goes. It collapsed in on itself, and that was so scary. My heart went like pitter patter. I failed.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Oh my god!
It's okay. I have an experience point.
Yeah, you get technically
a-
like Mark 3.
Yeah, there's no helping that, huh?
It's okay. I'm just so mad. It's okay. It's fine.
And not like teens are good at parallel parking anyway.
Exactly.
I'm not a teen. I'm a centuries-old demon. I should be better at this.
And like, you know, everybody was drinking during the last one, so I mean, you're at least that 20, 21 kind of range, but like internally we all know that 21-year-olds are still teenagers. Not
I was
to
there when
cow out
cars
on
were
our brother.
invented. This is embarrassing.
You definitely like it's definitely a like you feel like you've got to go to like execute that little like turn in and doesn't work. Have to pull out a little bit, back up, turn back in. You bump a fire hydrant just a little bit and it leaks a little bit of water outside.
Do you want me to get out and like direct?
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Okay.
Okay.
It takes a minute. And in the end it's parked not very well. But it is technically parked between
Is
the cars.
the legal definition of parked?
Yeah, it's the legal definition of parked. The people in the lane might have to like go like slightly around when they're driving, but like it's fine. It's totally fine. It's all good. It's fine. You're owning the space.
Exactly. Yes, I'm trying. But yeah, and then I just sit in the car and I'm like, it's done. So let's get out and go to this party.
I think as she's kind of like throwing her hands around, Daphne just kind of grabs one and squeezes it. It's like, hey, it's gonna be fun.
I'm just worried we're walking into something bad, that's all.
Well, hey, that's my whole job, so it'll be okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well then.
I mean, if worst comes to worst, you can use me as a meat shield.
I won't have to. Trust me.
Daunting.
Right. Let's start walking.
All right, let's go
You
figure
start
out
walking.
what her deal is. I'll
Yeah.
grab whatever we're supposed to bring, drinks. I don't know.
You grab like a I'm assuming it's like a purse. Like a slightly large purse.
Yeah.
That has like
Yeah.
all kinds of, I mean, there's stuff that looks like candy in there.
Yeah. I didn't bring I didn't bring drinks. I brought something else.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Something a little more for class
Adult.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Not too
A little more fun.
Daphne's just like, what?
I actually, you know, I look at Daphne and I go, "Do you want one?"
Candy? You really
Special
had
candy.
candy.
Special candy.
Why is it special?
It's drugs, Daphne. It's drugs.
Oh, I thought that just happened in movies.
No. Do you
Oh.
want one?
Sure. I was never allowed to. I was told never to do that, but you know what? Fuck it, right?
Come here. And I hold one out and I'm gonna put it into Daphne's mouth.
Ooh! Roll hot.
Okay.
Roll for that. What varietal of drug?
Yeah.
What a
Daphne
no.
did
Roll
not.
for drugs.
Roll for
Roll
drugs.
for drugs.
I rolled a 12.
Oh, that is super hot.
Mhm.
Daphne must choose one of the reactions.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And Charlotte gets a string on me.
Yes.
Um,
I have 3 now.
Charlotte's winning the
I'm
game
gonna
of
choose.
strings.
I'm gonna choose. I give myself to you.
Oh, cute.
So-
I'm gonna do something- Wait,
Huh?
go ahead. No, you go first.
You should. No, you can go first.
This is like a little cosmopolitan sexy, but I'm going to put it on your tongue, instruct you to keep your tongue out, then use my tongue to push it into your mouth. And then
Ah!
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's on the cover of
Alright.
Cosmo.
exactly.
I think Daphne does all that and then just pulls Charlotte into another makeout session.
Hell yes.
Oh, yes. I let Daphne touch my boobs.
Ah! Oh my god.
Ooh.
I don't know what the bases are anymore,
damn
but like it's
Yeah.
one of them, one of the bases. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of
Not
them.
third. Not yet. Not
yet.
in a car. Not in
No.
a car.
Not just outside of the car either.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Do that. What was your? You can't really make Daphne more one of the pack. But
Right.
No.
you get one more, just one more like nudge in that direction.
Daphne's like so close to becoming like a second in command or something.
Yeah,
Or I don't know. Yeah, I'm just feeling
Love.
closer to Daphne.
Daphne is not just in the hive anymore. Like Daphne is like slowly climbing the ranks of the hive.
Daphne probably doesn't really know this. Like, I don't think that would have been something that anybody wrote down because they wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Daphne doesn't,
Exactly.
for sure. Daphne like doesn't understand what's happening. Just knows that like she's falling a little more in love.
Exactly.
Charlotte is setting Daphne up for a hostile takeover.
Yes, I know, right? Surprise! It was time for me to move on anyway.
So I guess I give you another strength from mine.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Would that cure my condition and then I would get it back, or
And
what?
then you
Technically,
get it
I think
back.
so.
Yeah.
It's
Technically,
it's just like
have
it's the
so
same.
many-
There was no net gain here.
no net gain, no net loss. Really, it's all.
What can I do with my strings? I have too many.
You can.
He's just throwing them all at you.
You
Have them
can-
all.
You can tempt somebody to do what you want. You can give somebody a
Okay.
condition. You can add 1 to your roll against them, or
Okay.
add 1 to the harm you deal them. And I kind of like added it in from like the
Mhm.
fate system because
Yeah. Okay.
who cares about system lines or anything or rules? But
That's
you can also
okay.
add 1 to like their roll in order to help them out.
Okay. Cool. That's good to keep in the back of my mind.
I think I let somebody stack strings once too, so it was like at the very end they got like a +4. So I'm just saying.
I'm
Get off.
gonna actually use one of my strings on Charlotte,
Mhm.
Oh,
and I'm gonna give her a condition.
hell yeah.
And I'm going to keep it very simple, and I'm just going to say your condition is horny for Daphne.
I love it.
Perfect. I'm writing that in my notes. Horn-
I have to tell you,
Yeah.
reading, because like I'm looking at all of your character sheets and reading the notes that you attach to your strings is just fucking hilarious.
Here we go.
Okay, yes. Anyway,
I guess kind of like with that condition, I kind of like I'm getting like I'm gonna keep it like as PG-13 as I can. Just be like I'm getting very into it. Like in the car, I'm like fuck it. I don't care if I'm in a car. Like and I kind of like look up at Charlotte and I'm like, not Charlotte, Daphne.
you look at yourself in the
Maybe
mirror
so.
first, and
I
then you
look at myself in
Daphne.
the mirror first, exactly. I kind of like adjust my lip gloss, put back my hair, and I look at Daphne and I go, "Do we have to go to the party?"
Not really. We could be late.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. If you're sure.
Is there anyone outside, Raz?
No,
No.
for the sake of the narrative.
Okay.
Conveniently in this CW show.
Yeah. In the CW show. Hey, Daphne, can Charlotte go down on you?
Oh my god.
If Daphne can do the same, hey.
TOS.
Yes!
Switch TOS.
3rd week in a row kissing Danny.
Totally. We'll
What
just
happens when you have
we'll fade out there.
Exactly.
We'll fade out there. Things happen.
We'll fade to black.
Unspecified things, Twitch. Just so you know,
Oh,
just
yeah.
unspecified
Twitch.
things happen, but things do happen. And actually, I will let Daphne decide what varietal of drug was in whatever Charlotte gave them consensually.
It's like a mixed bag, you know?
what
I don't
varietal?
No.
Do you want me to send you a list of what they could be?
We
Whatever
all
makes
are
Daphne just kind of like giggly happy, I think.
It's probably
Happy.
just like an edible then.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
mean a little LSD maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's all
Yeah.
good. I get you.
Yeah.
Totally. Just a little ooh.
Yeah.
I think if it is something stronger than that, I will leave it up to the DM's discretion if this messes with the chosen one things.
Oh, man, what chosen one things? I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's not really like in the book, but we had talked about like being able to like sense things and shit. So
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, sure. We'll fade out.
Mhm.
Soren and Ash. Chad pulls up to the very fancy luxury apartment building. Stops. Here you are, bros. Let me know how it goes. I'm working all night, unfortunately.
Dang. Would have been cool to have you there.
Ah, man, I know. I wish I could go and just chill out and drink a nice gluten-free beer.
Next time. Next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
I owe you one at the bar. How about that?
Yeah, I'll catch you up at O'Flaherty's at some point.
Cool.
You take you up on that. Like, goes to fist bump you before you get out of the car.
Yeah. I reciprocate.
Lovely. This also counts as sex? No, I'm just kidding.
for Chad, it does.
Raz.
Chad
Bro,
is trying
high
to turn
fives.
someone with the
Right.
fist bump. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you imagine? Just, I feel like that's like why men do the high five, fist bump, clap on the back thing. I'm just saying, like, it feels that way to me.
It
Yes.
can agree is sex. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So you hop out of the car.
What do we see here?
The very, very, like, I mean, not very tall, but like, it's one of the taller buildings in the downtown square kind of area. Just a beautiful kind of like original old New York kind of facade on the front, of course, because it's important, historic downtown and all.
Mhm.
And then when you look all the way kind of up, there's a balcony with all these like string glittering lights. And you can see like a whole bunch of people are out on that balcony, like just having a blast. There's music that's just kind of like somehow filtering down to you guys pretty loudly, but it's good music. Like you vibe with it. It's good music.
Mhm.
And there's just kind of like a front door that's propped open, and you'll have to kind of go inside, take the elevator up, to get to their floor. Obviously, they have the penthouse.
Mm,
Clearly.
clearly.
Lots of cars. There's a couple parking jobs you're not sure are legal.
Definitely not.
Charlotte.
I'm busy.
Very.
I am
Um,
busy right now.
Is that
So,
for a movie?
I don't think so. I like I'm looking for a car that's actually like moving, like actually like rolling down the street. Completely oblivious. And I'm like, okay, well, we're here. Let's do this. Let's go say hi at the very least.
Yeah, I gotta check out who she is, what she is, and all that doodads.
All that
What do you
doodads.
mean- Yeah, what she is, that's a weird way to put things. Um
I mean, why I'm here, remember?
oh right, Daphne did ask you stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. otherwise I'd still be at home.
Okay. Just trust me.
That's what.
It'll be great. It'll be great. Just trust
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, trust. Totally. I'm going in.
Love it.
I'll file in behind her.
Makes sense. Hop into the elevator. There's somehow people on the, like, there's people that have clearly just been on the elevator for a while. They've just decided to hang out on the elevator for some reason, in that way that people are weird and do. It's very
Right.
inconvenient. But they're like conversing and whatever. You get in there, press the button. There's like an obnoxiously long elevator ride. You're kind of like
I'm just
sardined.
yeah, I'm just gonna like kind of scoot furthest away.
Mhm. I kind of
Accidentally
like
scooches into Ash a little bit.
I kind of like put myself in the way of people. So like Sor has a nice little hidey hole.
That is
Mhm.
generally the way to do it. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
that's the very gentle, personally thing to do. Yeah. Doors.
But yeah, most of it is like habit at this point. Like we've been
It just
like
happens.
just around each other for so long. It's like habitual. Like
Mhm.
this is where I stand.
Exactly. It's where you've always stood.
Yeah.
Why would anything be different now?
I don't know.
Mhm.
The elevator makes a soft bing kind of noise, and they slide open on a beautifully decorated hallway. There's some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me find my place. False flame candles. They're obviously not real flames, duh, but they're kind of like the flickering fake light candles. They look great. All kind of wrapped around with some glowing vines and little flowers and just beautiful, kind of very nature themed, but soft, twinkly kind of lights. There's a door that's open. Obviously, the door. There's people hanging out outside of the door. And if you are walking in, I'm assuming, unless we're chickening out now and running away, like that's also an option. Walk in, and there's this large kind of living space with an elegant red velvet sectional couch that circles the room. There's a TV sitting on kind of like the accent rustic brick wall over a fireplace. Music's loud, very loud, a little Celtic. Great taste somehow, just appealing to everybody. Chandeliers with like dangly flower bits and pieces of vine and drapery are kind of glowing off of the ceiling, creating like a sort of rainbowy, incandescent, um, just like the softest of light. Like it works, and it just kind of sets the tone and the mood of the room. The kitchen stretches out to the other side, all black marble counters, teal appliances, black cabinetry. There's a couple of folks who are in kind of like a suit and tie waiter apparel sort of thing that are serving tapas and hors d'oeuvres. They look delicious, carefully crafted, beautiful. There's small cakes that are in the shape of pretty flowers that are kind of the centerpiece. A couple hallways stretch off. You're not entirely sure where they go, but presumably to a bathroom and a bedroom. Somebody has to sleep somewhere. And then right in front, kind of on the opposite side, it's all one kind of like windowed wall that leads out onto the balcony. It's overcrowded, but also very prettily lit. There's people everywhere. They're kind of draped on every surface. You see a lot of familiar faces. And everybody's kind of just having a good time.
I want to try and like peer through the crowd to try and see where Clarissa is.
Interesting point. You don't see her yet. There's kind of just too many people almost. The lighting is a little too dim.
Okay.
Gonna have to do some investigating here.
Can I gaze into the abyss?
Sure. Make that dark roll.
Make that roll. 8 plus 2, 10.
That's a success. You see, as interesting as it is, when you gaze into the abyss, usually it's kind of like jarring, dark, shrouded, flickery kind of images. This one's kind of wrapped in that same warm, rainbowy kind of light. And you see, excuse me, belch. You see, also a sex move. Damn it. You see, kind of, almost like you're falling into a mirror. Very liquid silver, kind of like sift through it, come out the other side, and everything is just beautiful. There's softly lit flowers, but they look like real flowers. They don't look like the fake flowers that are lit up. There's just kind of like a soft ambiance of a glow emanating from everywhere. And you see Clarissa, and she looks like Clarissa. But she's kind of like hanging out by a pond with like the most crystalline clear water and a bunch of little lily pads and some beautiful kind of like lotus flowers. She's just kind of like hanging out there. She kind of like looks around. You get the sense that you're almost not even on this plane. And then you're back in your body.
Is she not even here? It's interesting. Well, I think. Well, sorry, what do you want to do?
Did you find her?
I don't see her anywhere.
All right. Well, I mean, I can go to her, but I'll have to go alone. You cool with that?
I mean, you don't have to go alone.
Okay. I
Shadow in the back of your head. That's not what you asked. That's not what you said.
Okay. It works better if I talk to her alone.
Okay.
So, wait. Oh, no, I'll be fine. But I will warn you right now. I'm like, nah, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna walk away.
Do you like start these sentences and not finish them out loud? Or
Yeah,
is this
I see
okay?
exactly
I
that.
love it. I love it.
Exactly that.
Thorin kind of starts some sentences, stops them, just kind of like whatever, walks off kind of confidently through the crowd, honestly. Like, just very confident.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, I'll give you some cover to do your thing, I guess. And do I see somebody that had like just poured a drink for themselves? Like walking towards me?
Sure. There's enough people
Um,
here.
yeah, like I like, as Soren's going off in whatever direction she's going, I just kind of like walk straight into the room and just kind of like scoop the cup out of that person's hand and raise it in toast and just exclaim loudly like to the hostess and our new goat.
I love it.
I'm actually going to invoke a power from the dragon
From the Dragon
From
playbook.
the Dragon playbook. I'm going to use
Oh.
my Elfwise power
Okay.
to use a move to give my Dark Power another string. Reckless, I'm telling you.
Reckless abandonment of your mortal body. I love it.
Yes, 100%. To use a move from any other skin. And I am going to use Dynamic Aura.
Okay.
Make a grand entrance, roll hot. On a 10, I get to choose 2 of the options. 7 and 9, I get to choose 1 of the options. On a miss, I mess up very badly.
Make your roll. Make your roll.
You know, while he's doing that, I'm going to do my move, which
Okay.
is strings attached.
I love it.
You can ask for the dark power for something that you really, really want. The MC will attach a prize to that thing that you want and add an undesired twist in its nature. If you pay the price, you'll get what you're after. And I want to go to her.
You kind of feel whatever the bright thing that makes mortals unique, whatever that bright thing that animates mortals and makes them themselves. You kind of see that light inside of yourself dimming a little bit more. It was already a little shrouded. Black kind of like strings wrapping it up. Dims a little bit more. You moving ahead?
Yep.
Reckless abandonment of our mortal bodies. Yes!
For my hot roll, I got a 13.
Easy enough. The room of some of them drunk, some of them high, some of them just drunk off of the ambiance of a party. Just all of them, go goats! Cheers!
Yeah, and the 2 things that I want to invoke with it is everyone notices you, especially the movers and shakers, to kind of like give that cover to Soren. But also I want someone chokes up momentarily.
Ooh. Who?
Soren.
What?
All right. So, like, as you're kind of like walking off very confidently, using your move, kind of like gambling away your soul to this dark power, you hear Ash. Kind of like you have to kind of like stop and process for a second before continuing. And I want to know from Soren's perspective what that kind of like stop and stutter it feels like and what it looks like.
Oh my god, this is so stupid. Hearing that, she's gonna kind of stop and think for a moment, like, oh my god, what is she here? Oh crap, did I just use something I shouldn't have? Wait, there's a new goat? Did I miss that much? Nah, I didn't miss that much. Oh crap, what if I did? Wait, how long was I in my room? Was I in my room for centuries? Oh my god. I just keep going.
Internal crisis. I love that Soren's immediate thought is there a new goat? Like, where's the goats? Where's the goats in this part? I want to know. Like, is there a new goat? Did the old one die? Like, I'm dying. On that wonderful note, as Soren walks kind of like down the hallway, down one of the hallways that like she kind of feels drawn to, Ash gets the whole entire attention of basically the entire party. Even Clarissa, wherever she is, kind of like has to take a minute and like registers that Ash arrived at the party. I am going to stop us for a break because my kidneys are dying. I have had so much liquid today. And normally I hate stopping for breaks, but like I'm gonna die. I'm literally gonna die.
Let's go.
So,
Please go.
we will be right
Your life
back.
explodes.
5 minutes tops. It's, you know what? Let's just be right back. Friends, Romans, countrymen, goodbye. We'll be back. See you soon.
All right, that's
And
special.
welcome
Yeah.
back. Yes, Thirsty is the name of Thirsty Sword Lesbian, but like, it's definitely like a subplot, I
Spiritually.
guess.
Yes.
Influenced by ? So, hello and welcome back. Soren wandered off into the crowd in search of Clarissa. Sold a piece of her soul to do so.
Like you do.
Ash sold a piece of his soul to become the life of the party,
Like you do.
as one does. And Charlotte and Daphne are canoodling somewhere in a car.
Busy.
Very
We're a little
busy.
bit-
Yes, busy. Like you
Very,
do.
So
very
busy.
busy.
Mhm.
Very, very busy, okay? Busy people, don't message them right now. They will not message back. So, Soren. Shadow kind of extends his senses a little. Something kind of like flutters at the end of your attention. You walk down the hallway into this beautiful, very luxurious bedroom. The bed looks incredibly comfortable. It's just covered in like all these pillows and blankets and stuff that just make you want to touch them. Like they're that kind of pillows and blankets. Like you just stick your fingers in and then crawl in there and bury yourself and never come back up. But the thing that really gets your attention is a mirror. It's always a mirror, guys. If there's ever a mirror in any game you play with me, it's suspicious. Because I hate mirrors. I believe in that magic.
Same.
Mirrors are windows, and I hate them. There's my weird witchy woo woo shit for today.
I
My
also hate
soapbox.
them.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are super correct, and you
I
should
know.
say it.
Zach, thank you. Somebody is on my soapbox with me.
Yes.
Now we'll jump off, and Soren, you walk up to this mirror, and it's very pretty. There's like some wrought iron, like roses, and kind of like rose vines with thorns that kind of wrap around it, and all of the little petals are gilded in like a silvery gold-looking material. Wow. And you walk up to it, and just there's something about it that seems off. Like you're getting this vibe that somehow Clarissa is in this mirror. Like you know that if you walk into it, she's gonna be there. My question is, do you walk into it?
Yeah, I want to kind of like look around and make sure I close the door. And then I'll walk up to the mirror again and kind of, I'm gonna knock.
You go to knock, and your hand kind of like is enveloped in this cool kind of like it makes your stomach drop just a little bit. Like that moment when you're on a roller coaster and like you're going down a hill and your stomach just feels a little weightless for a second. It gives you that kind of like rush. But your hand doesn't touch anything physical. It just kind of like sits there in this weird, almost mercury-like liquid metal situation.
Yeah. I want to just kind of like scoop it a little bit, see if I can, but pull it out and just be dazed for like a second and just,
Ripples
oh, crap, I'm sorry. I meant to knock. My bad. I'm step back.
ripples kind of like flutter out from where your fingers are dancing through this liquid metal. You can't pull any out. But the interesting thing is that like you make this connection and it's almost like you don't even need shadow to see this mirror and see your reflection, see the doorway that it presents. It just kind of like you can just see it.
Oh wow. I'm just gonna kind of stare for a very long moment, and then I wonder, can I stick my face in it to see if I can actually see the inside?
You stick your face in. That like cold kind of thrill just like zings through your body. And it's a little not entirely physical. You get the sense to really get a good look, you'd have to get all the way through. There's kind of like a film separating you from it. But there's like the fuzziest glow of beautiful trees, flowers that are glowing, soft vines, twinkling lights, a lake that has the clearest water with little, what look like fireflies just glowing into place over it. A sunset off to the side, the lines of it and the colors molding and waving, not moving.
And I can see all of this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Shadow, make sure you can take me out of this, okay? I might not want to get out.
I've never been here before,
Like,
but
you can like take me out, right?
probably. I'm
Probably.
extra,
I'll take probably.
I'm extra planar, so they should be able to travel between the planes, I would think.
Okay. Okay. I'll take that chance. I'm sorry, and I'm just gonna step in all the way.
You fall through it, and there's a moment where you literally feel weightless. You're caught in between dimensions. Part of you is in one spot, part of you is in the other, but it's all kind of sifting through. You land on your knees in beautiful grass that kind of like when you look at it, it looks almost like it's got a purple sheen to it. Um, and in the back of your head, you hear, what's happening? What? And then you feel just a little disconnected almost. The other consciousness that you've spent so many years with at this point. It's very quiet in the back of your head. You feel the warmth
Oh,
of this area. You feel like just the perfect temperate, cool breeze with so much intensity that you didn't even realize you had lost any kind of dimension of your ability to feel.
oh, let's go. Just, I think I am too enamored by my ability to see everything for the first time by myself. Is I'm just flabbergasted by everything.
It's valid. It's a wild experience. You've never had it before, and everything here is so vivid. It's so there. It's a whole separate kind of like existence almost. As you're kind of like sitting here in this pool of grass, looking at everything, kind of like touching the little flower petals, pulling one off and realizing that it glows by itself too. You have this glowing petal like in your hand. You can see the light that it emanates. You can see how it shifts kind of rainbowy. And you look up and Clarissa, you don't know yet. You haven't even met her.
Mhm.
But she is stunning. But here, her image kind of shifts. There's the icy blue gaze, pale hair, the incredibly pale skin, kind of like almost flutters and shifts into like kind of like an ebony skinned, dark eyed, wild haired, kind of like beautiful woman shifts again. Soft tan olive skin, lighter brown eyes, long, straight, dark hair. Shifts back to the image that she was when she walked up to you. It kind of flutters, and all of these different aspects change and shift, and like they mix and they match. The wild, wild curly hair on pale, freckled, younger woman, straight, dark black hair on the ebony skinned woman. Her eyes dark, like the most beautiful voids that would suck you in. She sits down. How did you find your way here?
I kind of stare at her for a moment, but like I suddenly felt like just tears flowing down just incredibly fast and then just slow down.
Oh,
And sorry,
don't
I
apologize. She reaches up and kind of like strokes your cheek, wipes one away.
I lean back like no, please, I'm sorry. I just
Hand hovers. My phone. I'll keep my hands to myself.
oh I'm sorry. I honestly did not mean to step in here. I'm I'm blind and I can see everything. And I guess as soon as I saw everything, I'm sorry, I shouldn't really be in here.
No,
Um
in this realm, anything is possible. Anything.
right, okay, I'll see myself out. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna
No,
stand up.
you're welcome to stay as long as you like. I was just curious who you were and how you found yourself here. Although,
Uh,
by the looks of it, you go to my school.
ah, yeah. Um, I'm sorry. Party, everything. I wanted to get away from the noise and think to myself, but uh, yeah.
Make a roll to keep your cool.
Okay, cool.
You are
I'll do my
like
best.
there's just so many things happening. Like just so
Okay,
many things.
okay. Da. Oh God, I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
Yeah, you are just yeah, you're just kind of like you're you're a little overwhelmed, but not necessarily in a scary bad way. You're overwhelmed in a like a all of these things are pleasant. Like like in that fuck, I should probably leave embarrassed moment, but also weirdly feeling like you just kind of should stay. Overwhelmed.
Um, okay.
It's okay.
Um,
What's your name?
Soren.
It's nice to meet you, Soren. I'm Clarissa.
You sure about that? Because it seems like you could like, have like a lot of names.
That is true. Um, but in my culture, names mean a lot. If I were to give you my true name, that would just, I don't know, it'd be it's just a step too far for our first meeting. That's more of a third date thing. She's gonna roll hot.
Yeah,
This is my
go ahead.
DMPC, okay? It's my DMPC. I got to play this. I'm
Let me
following all the
have my
rules.
shot.
Let me have it. I made a TikTok about this very recently. She's also going to use a move. She's going to use Unashamed and give you a string. Take a string on Clarissa to add 3 to her attempt.
Okay. I got a string on her. Got it.
Yeah, you got a string on her. And we're gonna hope that my wormwood dice don't fuck me. Or maybe you're hoping the other side. They did. Oh my god. Oh hey. Oh hang on. 7. So it's a mixed good. I rolled 2 2s,
Oh no.
but 4 plus 3 is still 7.
Yeah,
Yes, 7. I added correctly.
exciting.
I can do math sometimes. So that's mixed. You can either give Clarissa a string, or you can choose one of the options. Give myself to you, promise something I think you want, get embarrassed, and act awkward.
You get embarrassed and act awkward.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna kind of blush extremely hard and just say, yeah, that's valid, valid. That's the word. Right, I know words. We're good.
Very well put. You're
Right.
welcome to stay here as long as you want. Don't feel any rush to get back to the party. I won't be too heartbroken.
Not that you're not ill. That I am able to like get out, right?
Mm-hmm. She points back behind you. And kind of like where you entered, there's a soft kind of like a shimmery, almost a sheer curtain. It kind of like shifts in rainbowy colors. There's vines that kind of drape down all around it. It's caught up between the branches of 2 willow trees. The exit's right there. You just have to want to get back.
Okay.
This realm is all about getting the things you're due and giving you what you want. If you want it hard enough, it'll come to you.
I mean, okay. Right. If you don't mind, I would like to stay here. I like for at least a little bit longer.
Absolutely. You okay if I go and mingle with the guests, or you want me to
Yeah,
stay here with
go
you?
right. No, go right ahead. Go ahead. I'm just gonna enjoy this for a bit longer.
Of course. She plucks a leaf off of a tree, like folds her hands over it, looks down, and it glows a little. Opens them, and there's like this kind of like pearlescent green leaf-shaped compass. She hands it to you, just in case you get a little lost. So bring you back.
Mm,
She stands up.
I take it.
Fun, but not too much.
I'm just gonna sit there.
Beautiful. Saunters through the glowing portal. Disappears. What everybody else doesn't see is the kind of like the liquid metal falling apart a little bit as she steps through, and like her visage solidifying, grabbing onto physical features, physical traits, instead of just kind of like fluid ideas. The Clarissa that everybody knows and loves / hates stands there in the room, wearing a lovely little red dress. Walks out to meander through the crowd. At this point, Ash, that you also see Clarissa walking out of where Soren just disappeared to not too long ago. Or it could be a long time ago. Really, who knows?
I take notice of that, and I turn with my cup as I see her, and I'm like, the guest of honor, and I kind of like lean in kind of close. How was the tide pool?
Oh, wow. She smiles a little. As nice as always. I sense, you've got your own secrets.
Hmm.
As to your friends, everybody here's got a lot of secrets. They make a lot of promises.
Some of us can fulfill those promises, though.
To some degree. Depends on what you're willing to gamble with, of course.
True.
Do enjoy yourself. Where is... I see everybody here. Except for that lovely girl that I met in the quad this morning. Charlotte? Thought she was coming. Did she tell you anything?
Well, as far as I know, she was coming.
Curious. Well, I really should mingle with the other guests, though you seem to have captured quite a lot of attention here. Make yourself at home.
Already have.
Isn't that the truth? Sachets up into the crowd. Meandering. I will say it's roughly this time. Charlotte and Daphne, you're kind of like curled up in the same seat of the car. Like somehow you're both in the passenger side seat of a very small car. just kind of like curled up into each other a little.
Mhm.
A little dozy, a little nappy, a little hungry. That's what it is. I don't know how long it's been.
I don't think Daphne cares right now.
That's valid. I wouldn't either.
Yeah. I think. Quick question: who's the big spoon? Who's the little spoon? I need for visuals what's going on here.
I feel like Charlotte is the little spoon.
Oh,
Yeah, fair enough.
deep down, Charlotte
Oh,
just wants to feel comforted and protected and secure.
No, I'm meant to be held. That's why.
Exactly. Dainty, small.
I'm meant to be small and tiny. I guess kind of like with that, I kind of like look up at Daphne and I go, do you think they miss us? Party.
Didn't think about it. Probably miss you. But I have you right now. So they can wait.
Are the others gonna be there?
Yeah. They said they were.
I am worried if
Yeah,
we if we don't go, I'm just worried it'll be like a social ending thing.
That's fair. You do have a lot of social clout to keep up.
I do.
Mm.
I'm just angry because she's going to be there, that's all.
Well,
It-
I mean, it is her party, but I'm sure we can go in, be seen, and leave if we want.
I want everyone to see that you're mine.
I would like that.
All right. I just need to like adjust myself really quick. I'm just gonna get up and stretch and clean up.
There's
No.
some snap crackle popping, just like
Yeah.
from weird positions, and cars are just generally uncomfortable.
Exactly.
But it's easy. You're pretty practiced in making yourself presentable.
Yeah.
You could even
And
help Daphne a little
I
more presentable
do.
again too.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Daphne is like a lot slower because she's just watching Charlotte.
Yeah, I do think the second Charlotte's like getting ready, it's like it's all about me now. Okay.
That's valid. It's all about me. Look at myself in the mirror.
I'm
I'm so pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Just I need to, and it's not even like I'm beautiful. It's like I'm beautiful, but I also need to make sure that there is nothing wrong with me.
That's valid. There's the lip gloss is everywhere. There's just all kinds of just stuff happening. Gotta put your curls kind of back into place.
Exactly.
Reapply the lip gloss. Kind of like adjust everything. Daphne, you are equally as disheveled. Your bow that's normally in your hair is just kind of like half hanging off of your head.
Like almost like pulled all the way out, but just like hanging on there.
Just hanging on for dear life. And it's just like a dancer whose mom didn't put enough hairspray in, so like they're mid pirouette and the bow is just hanging on.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I guess with that, I and kind of lead Daphne towards the party.
I love it.
Yeah, we go to the party.
You see everything. Do you see basically? I mean, everything that Soren and Ash saw.
Mhm.
The big, beautiful vines, the soft, glowing lights, the beautiful music, the people that are just obnoxious,
Yeah.
grandiose. Clarissa's on the other side of kind of the main space talking to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Ash is somehow the center of attention right now. Like they're
Well,
all
that's
kind of
hot, though. That's
they're
hot seeing Ash at the center of the attention. I'm like,
it
I love
is.
that. Yeah.
You do still have like a little flame for Ash, so I mean just say.
Yeah.
Yes, this is exactly what I knew could happen.
Exactly. I knew it, and I did. This is all me.
It's all you. You did
I
this.
did this.
I personally am responsible for your self growth, and you would have gotten nowhere without me.
It's me. I made this.
I guess I'll beeline for Clarissa because I did promise her I would bring candy to the party. So
Exactly. Yes.
yeah,
You
so
certainly.
I should honor that.
She notably finishes the conversation that she was having before acknowledging that you walked up. Charlotte, oh, it's good to see you. I'm so glad you made it. I was worried that you wouldn't. I asked your friend over there if you were still planning on coming, and he said you were. So I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, sometimes you end up running a little late to things. It's not desired, but life happens. Anyways, I brought what you requested.
I think at that, Daphne gets like red and she just kind of.
Did Daphne fix her bow? I'm just curious.
If Charlotte didn't point it out, she probably forgot
No,
about
no,
I love it.
Charlotte didn't.
Just point of order, Ash. You watch as they walk in. Daphne's hair is kind of like wild. Her bow is hanging off of the ends of her hair. Just looking generally a little disheveled. Charlotte looks perfect though, as always.
Can I do something about that?
I don't know. Depends on what you're asking specifically.
Well, I want to like, because I assume I'm like talking to people.
Yeah,
And
you're like
noticed.
you're kind of perched on the coffee table in the middle of the sectional.
Mhm.
And like
That's
there's
actually
people.
exactly where I pictured myself.
Yeah, like that's exactly what's happening, and like everybody's kind
Yeah.
of just like dangling off of the edge of the sofa, kind of like hanging out with you, talking to you. You're feeling all sparkly.
Right. I notice them come in. I see like Charlotte just like making a beeline towards Clarissa, and then I see Daphne, and then I see her hair, and I look around at everybody else that's like, granted, like we know these people like from school and they're
Mhm.
not all high society, but this is like for some reason just feels like the place to like be high society
For
kind of
sure.
stuff. And so I like in the middle of my sentence I see Daphne and I excuse myself. I'm like, just give me 1 second, and I kind of like do that kind of like hoppy kind of runny jog thing.
I get you, like
To
the
like
little hop,
right.
run, dodge your way through
Yeah,
people.
right. Like the whole like your legs are leading you kind of thing.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um to catch up to Daphne before she gets like too mingled into the crowd.
that's fair. Um,
And I just put my hand on her shoulder and I'm like, hold still for just a second, and I put the cup in my mouth
you
and take out her bow.
Daphne, you go to like, and then Ash is suddenly there, like kind of behind you. cup in mouth, hands
Yeah.
fluttering.
Oh, what happened?
just like through my teeth. Just hold on, just a second. And I take out your bow and like clip it on the back of your shirt, and like the braid, I twist one end of it and then twist the other end of it and clip the bow back on and let it go, and it just makes a braid.
I love it.
That's actually a thing that I do with my daughter. It's a real thing.
Wild.
Makes sense. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Or, like a
Um,
little purposefully messy, you know. Just
Yeah.
real cute.
Put it like, put
Thanks.
together.
I didn't realize Mare was. Thanks.
Hey, I get it. We go through a lot of stuff sometimes.
Cut. Freeze frame. How did we get to where we are? Yes. Continue.
After I do that, I kind of like look back at Clarissa to see whatever exchange is happening that I don't only half understand.
It's valid. To the main star, Charlotte.
Mhm. Mhm.
She kind of like pulled down her hand for the bag. What all goodies did you bring?
You know, you could call it it's a party pack.
I love that. Let's go put it with the other. You know, the other, this is me blanking. Just on
It's
words
okay.
in general.
Yeah. Oh, am I not the only one who brought party gifts?
No, you know, some people did bring alcohol, but it's boring.
Do you ask all of your party guests to bring something stronger than liquor?
Only the ones that I know can fulfill their promises.
Wonderful. Show me where I can put this down for the lot.
She takes you over to like kind of a. It looks kind of like it's a built-in, like dry bar, but it's filled with all kinds of other stuff. There's a bunch of plants that are just kind of like dangling down around it. There's some plant care stuff, and it's apparent that like this is where somebody brought punch and they put it in a nice little bowl and they put it over here, and somebody brought vodka and somebody brought chips because they were that loser. Not that bringing chips to a party is a loser move. Chips are very important. Trust me, all of us people who hang out around the snack bar at parties love your chips. Please continue bringing them. But this, she kind of like directs you. I guess just over here is kind of where everybody else has started
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, cool.
gathering
Awesome.
things.
Great.
Lay it out all nicely. I'm sure you know how. You look like an upper class kind of girl.
And I just kind of like I don't respond to that. I just kind of do you have like a bowl or something I can put it in? I don't think a plastic bag is that seemly with your little setup.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you for kind of pointing that out. Ducks underneath the like cabinet part of the area. Bends over, but is great. Honestly, it's just an
I can
awesome.
respect a good butt. Like, not
good-
gonna lie, I
yeah,
can
like-
respect a good butt.
It's important. And she is also going to
Definitely.
use her move Unashamed again and just
Okay.
like roll a little hot. Just everything is purposeful, as we all know here.
Yep.
That was much better than the other one.
What'd
That's
you
a
get?
9. That's a 9.
Mixed success.
Nice.
Still mixed. I still can't say.
Yeah.
I can't say the words mixed and success. consecutively.
It's hard.
It's difficult. I don't like it. Yes. So, Mixkin. You can either give her a string or choose
Mhm.
one of the options that everybody knows at this point. Because this is the one we roll the most
Yeah.
of.
I think, because here's the thing, I think she wants me to like lose it a little bit. And I think because I do love drama, I'm gonna, as a player, want to lean into that. And I think Charlotte, when Clarissa gets back up, is gonna kind of like not get in her face, but get a little dangerously close and be like, "So Clarissa, what's your deal?"
That's a very generic question. She leans in
I
just
just
a little bit as well. Like it's one of those moments that feels like it's separate of the entire party somehow. Even though like Ash and Daphne are both there and can also like they're watching this and absorbing all of this, it just feels very like
Mhm.
we're the only
It's-
two people.
It's the
Yeah.
gay enemy tension.
Yeah,
Exactly.
in her face in a gay way. I love that. Yes, absolutely.
Like,
Very general question. In what way?
you're just so fascinating. There's so much I don't know about you. So mysterious.
Thank you. I'll show you if you show me.
Oh, what do you want from me? This is interesting.
Same question. You're a little mysterious yourself.
I know what I can do. I kind of like take a little step closer to Clarissa and I go, look, this is me utilizing one of my moves that I pulled from the Devil playbook. It's called Gift Horse, and I'm gonna try to tempt her. I'm gonna go, look, it must be so hard being a new person here. And I get it, you may think you know the ropes, but this school will chew you up and spit you out. What if I took you under my wing? What if I showed you the ropes? I think that'd be lovely.
It's such a like a backhanded. I love it. I really appreciate it. But that doesn't answer my question. And you are tempting her.
Mhm.
Did you want
Yeah.
to make a roll associated?
Oh
or...
no, if she doesn't take it, I mark experience.
Oh, I love it. She
She
doesn't
a little move.
decline it necessarily. She just doesn't
Yeah.
quite hop in. But you can mark
She
experience
said
regardless.
no, though. She said
Yeah.
no. I heard the word no. I kind of lean in and I go, I think we're both here for similar reasons and we have similar deals.
I don't know. I sense kind of a darkness with you. I don't know what it is, but it is entrancing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Looking curious.
Look, I'm just saying. Fuck, if there's darkness, lean into it. I do. And I'm doing fine. You just show up out of nowhere and suddenly you're the most popular person on campus. That's very interesting, to say the least.
Well, that's definitely a bit much, but thank you. I do put a lot of effort into what I do.
Really? What is it that you do?
Make friends. And
Make friends.
promises.
Well, as someone who makes a lot of promises to a lot of people, we might have similar goals at the end of the day.
Maybe we should talk about this somewhere else then.
I'd love that.
She
And I look at Daphne and I'm like, I'm gonna kill her.
Fair enough.
She takes your hand and leads you back to her bedroom
Mm-hmm.
with all the comfy, lovely kind of like pillows, blankets,
Mhm.
nice little fainting couch situation, the mirror that you can definitely tell is otherworldly.
Mm.
And I'm going to pause there for a second. Daphne and Ash, what are you guys doing? I just wanted, I'm just curious.
We just like listened to that exchange. Like
Uh-huh.
it is a lot.
Yeah, I think Daphne is just like, did you get any of that?
No.
Not me either.
But I do. I mean, hey, I don't want to speak for anybody, but I think they're getting along.
It seems like that. I just feel like, I don't know, tension. It's tension.
Well, it's a new thing, I suppose. I mean, well,
I
okay.
mean,
Here's the
I
thing.
guess it's Charlotte. I guess tensions, making people tense is kind of her thing.
Fair.
I mean, there's definitely good tense, but like, it's her thing. Sorry. I
You
took
seem
drugs.
like what?
I took drugs.
Yeah, you're still very giggly. Everything's just a little opalescent.
That's new.
You can see everybody's aura. Like Ash has a very kind of a reddish black aura thing happening around him.
Kind of smoky.
Kind of smoky. Charlotte's was very like pink, but into kind of like a deeper, mysterious purple.
So I
Did I
like, kind of
see?
taken
Sorry,
aback.
Clarissa's. Did I see Clarissa's?
Kind
Oh.
of like a super, kind of like when you learn about crystals and prisms of light in school, and then start to notice all of the kind of like rainbow images that come through a crystal when you shine a light into it. It's just got that rainbowy kind of light feeling.
I'm gonna lead into Ash. I'm gonna go. Clarissa's aura it's rainbow. I think she's gay.
Oh my god!
Come back, Rez.
I'm going to like when Daphne says that, I am gonna chuckle to myself and wrap my arm around Daphne, kind of like the palm of my hand on the back of her head, and just lean in to her ear and say, "You want to go watch them? I know where they went."
That's something.
Yeah. Where'd they go?
Um, follow
Wait,
me.
where's Soren? Soren in there too? Wow.
Maybe. Um, and I actually lead Daphne to the bathroom.
I love it. Okay.
Um, and and uh, hold Daphne's hands, and I'm like, okay, remember that thing that I did in the basement? We're gonna do that again.
Wait, no. Wait. Wait, I might throw up. It's not sexy.
I love Daphne on drugs.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna invoke Terabithia.
Okay.
Oh god.
You remind me the verbiage.
The verbiage is I purposefully lead another main character into a supernatural situation. They mark experience, and I gain a string on them.
Okay. Perfect. Yep. Mark experience. Danny.
Okay.
Ash gets a
that's
string
three,
on
right?
Daphne. Yeah.
Okay. I leveled up.
Hey!
Hey.
Look at that, I'm helping.
Level
Hey.
up.
Level up.
And what are you doing, Ash?
I'm doing the same thing that I did to escape uh the last supernatural situation that we were in. I have Daphne close her eyes and
It's kind of
just
a struggle.
like
Like
yeah.
you're going for a very dramatic sort of like a angsty thing. And you're like, close your eyes. No, close your eyes. No, close your
Yeah.
eyes. And Daphne's just
Daphne's
like,
no. No.
I don't want to close my eyes. Why do you want me to close my eyes? What?
Why am I
It's-
closing
you-
my eyes? I don't want to.
you, it's better that you throw up than you see this.
See what?
And I kind of just like hug her from behind and put my hand over her eyes, reach forward, unlock the bathroom door so people can get in, and then just kind of like fall through the portal into the realm, like
Oh,
through the mirror.
did you go to the bathroom or to the bedroom?
I went to the bathroom to
Okay.
do it to get over there without being
Okay.
seen.
So, you will have to invoke your dark powers thingy thing.
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Just-
took the point. Yes.
How many?
I'm at 4
4 out of 5?
out of 5.
Okay, yeah, you are like 90% Asmodeus right now. Like
Yeah.
everything is just wild. But you do. You fall into the beautiful magical Fey realm. But the thing is, you don't immediately see Soren.
Mhm.
Because you fall into a slightly different part. Actually, roll dark for me real quick. I wanna see if you pinpoint like
Probably not.
a good place to
Um,
land or a bad place to land.
Oh, it's 100% a bad place. That's a 6.
You splash with the grandest splash into a pool of water. It's beautiful. There's like glowing kind of like algae type stuff that's floating around, like glowing kind of fish, little pixies fluttering around and all the different kinds of colors. They seem very perturbed by your sudden existence. There's a beautiful like outcropping of rocks, dangling moss and vines. But you are both in a pool of water suddenly. It's splashing around.
Beautiful.
And honestly, with Thorin, Daphne, and Ash in this mysterious Fey realm, we haven't figured it out yet, and Charlotte and Clarissa making promises in the bedroom, trying to kind of like figure each other out. I think that's a great place with a lot of energy to end it. I will ask before we close, Charlotte, is there anything you would specifically like to do before we leave?
God, I want to kill this girl, but I know I can't.
I mean, nobody's saying you can't. You can if you want to.
No, I'm not. I'm not, because that's just not the way to go.
Okay.
I'm just going to say point blank, I know what you are. So stop dancing around the issue. We're the same, even though we're a little bit different. But stop dancing around it. I know you're not of this world, just like I am.
That's a point for you. What are you? I told you I would show you if you showed me.
You said it already, I'm darkness.
That's vague. It's a half-truth.
It's the full truth.
I disagree.
Is there a role that I can make for me to like check like my gut feeling to be like, because at the beginning I was like, she's either like a fae or a vampire.
Mhm.
Is there like a role I can make for me to know, like, for me to like roll and like know in my gut and just make an accusation?
I will say, you can make a dark roll, kind of like a gaze into the abyss, in the same way we've been treating gazing into the abyss. Or you can answer her question fully and completely.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
She has to do it first before I do it. It's a partial success. I rolled a 9.
I love
I
it.
spend one of my strings on Charlotte to make that into a 10.
I love it. Somewhere, somehow, you feel Ash with you in this moment.
I actually have
Just
a move for it.
Adding fire to the back of your words a little bit. And you see very, very clearly the whole kind of like storybooks of fairies, like Grimm's folklore style, like fairies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
You see that little like kind of like glimmer. You see the little like, or like maybe in her eyes, the little shift from one color into the next.
Okay. I guess kind of with that, I'll like lean in and be like, I've never really met a fairy before. This is my first time.
A lot of people haven't. We're pretty rare. I'm gonna have her make a dark roll too. Hang on.
Okay.
Nope. She doesn't know. She's not gonna tell you that she doesn't know, but she doesn't know.
It's okay.
Never met darkness before. Question mark.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? Snatch me away to the to your land? Are you going to? What's your notion here? Are you just collecting names so you have them in a big book?
Roll to like entice. Roll that hot.
Okay.
And whatchamacallit? Turn someone on.
9. I rolled a 9. Another one.
Good.
Yeah, I think I might as well use these strings. I have so many on Charlotte.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
You get a string on Clarissa. And
well, actually, Raz. Mammon's Plaything. When I spend a string to have a main character to add 1 to their roll, if the roll becomes 10 or up, I choose the results.
Oh, please feel free to choose. Well, she does get a string still, but feel free to choose one of the 3 options.
I think the most like power move here would be making Clarissa get awkward.
Okay. All right.
Because she's been so put together this whole time that just
That's fair.
like it just breaks her facade.
That's fair. There's a moment where you see that finely put together, perfect look. The thing that you also craft so completely. You know, like the face that you put on for everybody. You see hers crack a little bit, and you see the wide eyes, a little bit of innocence kind of flutter through them. Like,
Yeah.
she might be doing the same thing that you are, but it's not inherently dark.
Oh, yeah.
It's also not necessarily good. It's just kind
Yeah.
of somewhere in the middle. She kind of like flushes just a little bit. You're very bold.
Sometimes you have to be.
I agree. Scooches back just a little bit to create some space.
Listen, I'm gonna be frank. I'm not going to like kill you or anything. I did think about it, but I've decided it would be not good for school spirit if the popular girl on campus ended up dead. But like I said, I just want to make sure if you're doing the same thing that I am, I don't want you to come onto what's mine in the same way you probably don't want me to go into what's yours.
I'm a sharing kind of person.
You're a sharing person. That's nice, but in my line of work, contracts are made and they must be obeyed.
Mine too.
Right. All I'm going to ask is, there are 4 people you just can't make any deals with. Wait, no, I'm bad at math. Sometimes you're meant to be pretty and not smart. There are...
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, there are 6 people you're not allowed to touch or make deals with. I don't want you touching any of my crew, Gillian, Sophia, and Misha, for contractual reasons. It won't be good if I see you preying around them.
I never said I'm preying on anybody. But I guess that might be a fair assumption.
Let's be real.
It's one way to take it, for sure.
Let's be real. Come on, we're both doing the same thing. We're both amassing people.
You never really told me what you were doing, aside from making contracts. What are you?
What am I? I'm your worst nightmare. Literally.
Roll shut someone down.
Okay. That is an 8. It's all partial successes.
Absolutely, it's partial success.
It's a partial success sort of night.
Choose one from below, but you come across poorly, and they give you a condition in return. So either they don't have any strings on you, so they lose a string on you, doesn't really matter. If they have no strings on you, gain one on them. They gain a condition, or you take one forward.
I would really love another string on Clarissa.
Okay, absolutely.
To her.
But you do come across poorly, and so they're going to give you a condition in return.
I don't care. Do it.
And their condition on you is going to be Twitter-pated. If anybody here has ever seen a certain movie from a certain place, from a certain brand of people, that will definitely sue me if I mention them.
From a certain mouse.
Yeah, a certain place. Just kind of like
Yeah.
a certain mouse, a certain deer, a certain
Yeah.
rabbit, a certain
Mhm.
owl.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But it's just kind of like the bubbliest,
Mhm.
light, springy kind of.
Mhm.
Maybe it's the idea of competition.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's how pretty she is, but there's just a little bit of like that adrenaline, light, fluffy
Mhm.
desire.
Exactly.
You're definitely gonna think about her.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You already kind of do, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. It's that meme, Daphne and Charlotte are gonna be in bed, and Daphne's like, I hope she's not thinking about
know,
Clarissa
right?
now.
What is
She's thinking
what is she thinking about?
Clarissa.
Wonder
but
if Clarissa's
but
eyes.
Clarissa, but
But wonder what Clarissa's
Yeah.
eyes would look like if I put them in resin and I just
Yeah.
kept them in my
Never.
cabinet.
Yeah.
A little serial
And-
killery, it's fine.
Exactly.
Okay.
But
Yes.
yeah, but then kind of after that, I also say, and please just keep your paws off of Soren, Ash, and Daphne.
I don't have paws.
As all three of us are in her realm at the moment.
And
Mhm.
I think that free will exists for a reason. I don't think they're yours. You haven't made any deals with them. They don't have the same shrouding around their souls as the others do. I can agree to the 3, but I don't know about the others. Something tells me you may have wandered a little beyond your reach at the moment.
If I ever see you hanging around near Daphne, you will face the worst of consequences.
Bring it. A little fear is good for people sometimes. But I don't have to be around Daphne for her to have wandered into somewhere a little above her pay grade, so to speak.
Have you taken her someplace?
I haven't taken her anywhere. You sense this statement is completely and entirely true.
Yeah. Well, then where has she
Actually,
wandered off to?
you sense really everything she said is technically true.
Yeah. Do you know
Kinda
then where she wandered off to then?
Somewhere else. I don't sense her here anymore. You could,
And by somewhere else.
why don't you go look in that mirror and you might find your answer.
I'm like tactically moving towards the mirror. Like, I'm not going to have my back face her entirely because she might push me and something might happen. So I back up to a corner so that way she can't come behind me. I'm going to stay on my toes.
I imagine like the most kind of like feline prowl in
Uh-huh.
heels, like the softest clicking as you gently move towards the wall with the mirror.
Yeah, basically, I'm trying to put myself in a way if she is gonna like do something to me, like Alice in Wonderland me through this mirror, that I have a fighting chance at least.
That's fair.
Yeah.
She doesn't move. She just watches you.
Oh, I don't trust a bitch.
That's fair.
I know who I am. I don't trust anyone, and I guess I look in the mirror.
You notice the kind of like liquidy, inviting texture. You have to look in the mirror, not just at it.
Oh.
But you do, when you look at this mirror, see the kind of like demonic presence that's hiding underneath your beautiful put together visage.
Exactly. It's just a costume, really. It's just a very well made costume more than anything else.
Very well made costume. Very beautiful.
Yeah, I guess I look at it and I'm like, this bitch pushes me and she's so dead. I plant my feet and I stick my head into the mirror.
You see, interestingly enough, Soren, Soren, would you like to describe what it is that you look like in the middle of like this beautiful opalescent grass and this pond and these floating lights, and you're just kind of looking at everything? What does this look like? I'm just
Um, you can see. Honestly, I'm still laying down. I'm, I'm just looking at everything and crying. So, and also kind of looking at my tattoos and kind of like glaring a little bit like that constellation is wrong. Oh, it's gonna bug me.
I love it. Dude, pixies have come and put like a flower crown on your head. It's like wrapped around the beanie in a very interesting way. It's a look. It's a look. So you do see Sora, and it's a little wibbly wobbly because you're not completely on the other side. You don't see Daphne or Ash, but since Daphne is one of the members of your hive now, you do kind of like sense her presence in this realm somewhere. You see the beautiful lake and the trees and the lights and the flowers and sunset. It's just beautiful, sickeningly almost. Dreamy.
Of course. Ugh, of course. And then I guess I'm gonna pull my head through the mirror and I'm gonna face Clarissa again. And I go, my statement still stands. Leave my friends alone. And then I leave the room.
She
Go leave us
follows.
there.
She follows your trying to get the last word drop with a little murmur of her own. Well, if I promise to leave them alone, they might never make it back. Be careful what you ask me to promise. I have to keep my promises. But sure, I could promise that if you wanted me to. Just kind of a little sing-song after you.
This is why no one likes you. This is why no one likes fairies. Because you play these little word games. Everyone has to dance around what they say.
Well, I saw that mirror too. Demons do the same thing.
Like I said, nightmare darkness. Just, I value them very deeply. And you probably have people in your life who you enjoy more than a plaything, obviously. And I just don't want anything bad to happen to them.
Should we go find them then?
Thank you.
Oh, you're coming with me.
Oh.
They're not going to trust me if I walk up to them and tell them I know the way out. I know how people work.
Well,
She offers her hand to you, moving to stand by the looking glass.
all right. if this is what needs to happen. And I just very gingerly. Boop.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Also a sex move.
Yeah.
Yeah, very,
That
very
is
gingerly. Like,
100% a Regency sex move.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
it's very
The rituals
delicate.
are intricate.
She doesn't like pull you in. She doesn't like use any force. Her fingers just kind of like curl a little bit around yours. She helps you step through the mirror, steps through herself. And with Daphne and Ash splashing around in a pond in the Feywild, and Soren looking at her tattoos, cursing whoever tried to put this constellation down and did it wrong. And
It's the worst.
Charlotte ever so delicately being escorted into the Feywild. You know, it's just anything could happen. Like, anything could happen. I think we're gonna
I'm one away from
Inception.
my darkest self. So
We're gonna Inception the fuck out of this ending.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna give anybody any answers. And that's
Okay.
where we'll leave it. Thank you guys for hanging out and being here for season 2 of Whistlethicket.
Oh, you
Yes.
want to leave it on a real cliffhanger? I use Beyond
Yeah.
the Veil, use my last point, go full Osmodius, and parlay with the Fairy King.
Oh
That's
my
not a
god.
cliffhanger. I never. You can't do that yet. The game ended. The game ended,
The game's
Ash.
done.
The game is
done.
done.
The game is done
Not
today.
yet.
I have
What?
to eat a chicken sandwich.
Yes, Charlotte.
That does sound good.
Charlotte needs to eat. Clearly,
Yeah.
you can't just jump into the Feywild and not eat something. Spoilers. Yeah. So thank you. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for being here. That was a whole lot of fun. Thank you all for
Uh-huh.
playing.
Yeah.
I always have a whole lot of fun with you guys and Whistlethicket. It just like slipping on an old pair of shoes.
Yep.
Yes, I love it.
Game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start a raid. Stick around, head out, but we'll find somebody to go and support, and we'll see you through the next adventure. Bye. Love you guys.